I met with the president several times on this issue. In 21, I think early 22, the dates, they get confused. Like I keep saying, when you're the mayor, you live dog years. Every day is, many years. It baffles me. New York City is the economic engine of the state and the country. And I don't have the answer. My role, as I did when I was a state senator, people came to visit me several times to get initiative passed. I have to keep hammering away at this issue. And I'm really pleased that we are now getting a chorus of other cities that are joining us, who are now part of our coalition. Back in April of last year, I was alone on this topic. But now you're seeing others coming forward and saying, hold on, Eric is right. And they're joining us, and that coalition is going to continue to grow because these cities deserve better. And I'm not only talking about New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, El Paso, Brownsville, all of these cities, Houston, cities should not be handling national problems.
Hello, family. Welcome back to another episode of Journey to Harmony. I'm your host, Richard Harmon. Today I want to come and talk to you guys about a recent press briefing that Mayor Eric Adams had, and he talked about the situation that's currently going on in New York City. So we all know that the migrant crisis has been going on for a very long time now. It's been escalating overall in New York City since April, and Mayor Eric Adams has been on the forefront of talking about how this is a federal problem and how Joe Biden is continuing to ignore the issue overall. He had a press conference yesterday. He had a bunch of different things that were very interesting that he said, and none more than what he just said just now in that particular video, stating that he's baffled that there's no assistance whatsoever coming, and how this should not be something that falls on the cities itself. Many people understand this, but for some reason it seems to not be going up to the president's office. This is interesting because even if at some point, right, they the federal government decides that they're going to step in, the issue has already been completed. It's already been implemented. Once you have cities overwhelmed by migrants, you can't undo that. So even if they decide to block off the border, in whatever they do, it's not going to happen immediately. So if you have started in March or April or May, the results of it are going to be so far-reaching that it's already done for the most part. And many people who were once, voted against Donald Trump, people who voted for Joe Biden, are definitely going to be switching as they see a lot of the things that Donald Trump stated previously are coming to pass. You see that there is basically a replacement theory that is currently in place. Many people have stated about how many of the migrants, they aren't able to work, so they're starting to do a lot of illegal businesses. They're having different activities for the women. Unfortunately, in terms of sex acts, they're having people are getting into crime, theft. One gentleman talked about in Chicago, they're realizing that they're able to steal a certain amount of money, a certain amount of goods, and not be penalized for it. So people are going into malls that are just taking and stealing, unfortunately. And a lot of times you really, it's while you can be upset at the migrants, it's not the migrants' fault that the border was not protected. That's directly on the fault of the president of the United States and the United States government. And the Democrats, for the most part, they're still pushing to get $60 billion sent out to Ukraine, while completely ignoring the fact that, all of the people that you're trying to fight against around the world could just walk through your border here in the United States. A whole lot is going on right now, and the country is going to be going through a serious issue. There's a huge caravan of migrants who are passing through Mexico right now, and likelihood is that's going to continue to happen. Is that as people from Africa, people from China, people from South America, as they see more and more people are getting through. And especially what's going to happen is that they see the cold right now, and most people don't want to deal with that cold. So if you wait yourself until February or March and then you come, there's likely to be a huge number of people who are going to be swarming and overwhelming the border, I believe, by March and April. And this is going to get completely out of control. What's going to happen most likely is then Biden's going to try to respond to it, and by that point it's likely going to be too late. And many of these cities are going to be overwhelmed as a result of it. Donald Trump is facing some serious allegations once again, as they do everything they can to keep him out of the presidency. But the more that these things are laid out, the more people are wanting and asking for Trump to return back to kind of bring some kind of stability. What are your thoughts on this? Please comment below. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good day.